What's up, guys? Welcome to the Crypto Savvy channel. I'm Craig, and we're going to be taking a look at the Bitcoin charts. I know it's Sunday. I don't usually do videos on Sunday, but obviously I didn't make Thursday or Friday videos. As you guys know, building the house gets busy, and we are at the busy stages, although we're getting some snow right now. So this week they may slow down on the house. Therefore, I will be getting my videos out early in the morning because I won't have to be there to meet contractors. So let's take a look at what's going on. Looking at our descending channel right here, if we look at where the top of that is, let's zoom in. That's where we're getting resistance right now. Let's see if we close below here. Actually, right now, it would be around 22,972. If we close below that on the daily, chances are we are going to come back down to retest the bottom of this channel at some point. Now, if we close the daily up here and then we open and close Mondays tomorrow up here, possibly we could get our run up to our invalidation point on the weekly, but we'll take a look at that. As you guys know, I'm still thinking we're going to see new lower lows. Nothing has changed in the macro chart. Bulls are getting very euphoric and excited and starting to call for new highs already. When literally we're only like 8,000 off the bottom of something that was almost $70,000 last year. So let's take a look at what's going on. Another thing I want to point out, remember back here when we had this little wick above, we drew our trend line right off of these wicks on the bottom. We cloned it, put it up top. Remember this bull trap right here? When did that end? That topped out on a Monday, right? A lot of these bull traps top out on Mondays because Bitcoin takes the weekend to rally for them, right? When did this one end? This one ended on a Monday also, right? And then the next one, this one also Monday. All these bull traps right here, Monday. All these bull traps peaked out on a Monday. So will we get one more peak tomorrow? Possibly. We could just barely break that all-time high, or not all-time high, but this high maybe tomorrow and then come crashing down if this is truly a bull trap like I believe it to be. And then we come back down to these lower levels. Now, these levels here are just levels to watch for a bounce if we do get down here. But remember, if we close above and then open and close tomorrow's daily candle, we'll talk about it. I'm going to go into more time frames here. But I still believe there's a good possibility we hit the 35 to 45,000 sometime next year. And I'll show you why. Make sure you stick around. All right, let's take a look at the .com bubble compared to the Bitcoin crypto bubble. Still nothing has changed here, guys. Here's the invalidation point, a break of this 55 EMA, which right now lies around 25,800 to 26,000, depending on if, when, and where it gets there. But if we do get there and get above and start opening and closing candles above the 55 EMA, then I will consider this chart invalidated. But until then, I still think we see a false bottom sometime in February or March. You guys know I love time frames, and this is what I'm watching here. So let's look at where this bottom was right here, November. Actually, we'll look at the rally point, right, where it started rallying. So January. If we look back here in January, now remember, this looks huge, but we even had a bigger bear trap right here, or, bear market rally to get liquidity sucked in, which is all I believe is happening right here. We've been expecting all this. So let's take a look at how. So this one started in January also, right here, right before the false bottom. That was the January pump. That went up around 70%, right? This little pump right here, right? So let's take a look at, and everyone back then, I'm sure, got extremely bullish, right? Only to see it come crashing back down. Let's look at, so January right here, if we were to do a 70% off the bottom, would be right around our 55 EMA. So that is a possibility if we stay up in these areas. But remember, I'm thinking that we're, if not today, if we haven't topped right now, maybe get another little push up tomorrow. But guys, remember, the traditional markets are in turmoil. In my opinion, nothing has changed there. Remember, we were watching this weekly RSI, and I told you once we broke out that would signify the false bottom, which is possible. Although I like sticking to the time frames here in the macro, I still think bottom's going to be sometime in September or October. But if not, if this was the false bottom, right, and we come down to our new lows, I think the lows would be 75 to 85 off of this. Either way, I think the bottom is not in. I think we have another low coming. I know everyone's screaming the bottom's in. Before we go on, we're going to start looking for divergence and things in the RSI in the next few charts. But before we do, if you guys haven't checked out Prime XBT, definitely check it out. And at no cost, with no risk, you can go on there and trade in the contest section. This screen comes up. You just hit join, put your nickname in, and you can trade for free. And you can actually win. First place is 500 USD. Second place is 350. Third place 150. That's actual tradable funds. So if you do win the contest, you can use those for tradable funds. And if you guys do want to trade on there, which by far is my favorite exchange, if you do want to trade on there, they do help support the channel. You can use my promo code Savvy50. That gets you up to a $7,000 bonus. Savvy25 will get you 25% off of your fees. All right, let's take a look at the daily again. And like I said, we're going to look at the RSIs here, right, and see what clues it's giving us. So if we look at the RSI here, what do we see? Hidden bearish divergence, right? We're seeing lower highs in the RSI, higher highs in the price action right here, looking like it's going to flip. And let's take a look at the weekly over here real quick and see what that looked like, right? So if we take a look at the weekly, you can see when it topped out over here, you had our first high here, right? Lower high, that showed this coming down. And then if you look at, see, that was this high to this high. Let me put the trend lines in there so you can see right here, you made a lower high, right? And up here, higher high. Right there was regular bearish divergence, right? Or I'm sorry, hidden bearish divergence. You had higher highs in the price action, lower highs in the RSI. And then if we go off of these two peaks up here, same thing, higher highs in the price action, lower highs in the RSI. What did that signify? A big dump, which I think is still coming, guys. I know a lot of people are, like I said, extremely bullish. Now, if the bottom is in, like I've always said, 55 EMA is my invalidation point of my lower bottom coming in. If we hit that before a lower bottom, then the bottom could be in. But until then, there's nothing has changed in my macro view at all. Like at all, nothing has changed. I still have the same invalidation point. Nothing has changed there. Some other things we're going to look at, right? So like I showed you on the daily, hidden bearish divergence, lower highs in the RSI, higher highs in the price action. Let's go on to the weekly. Looking at the weekly, same type thing, guys. Did I have this? Let me get this out of here. Let me clean this up a little bit. And we'll look at the same thing here, right? So let's see where this closes today. But as you can see, we're making lower highs in the price action. And remember, you have to go off of the bodies, not the wicks. The RSI follows the body of the candle, not the wick. But if you see here, let me thicken this up so you can see it. That is lower highs. And then if we go to the RSI, let me get this one off of here. We're having higher highs in the RSI. But again, the weekly hasn't closed yet. So let's see where it closes. But if it closes like this, pretty much is going to let us know that we are going to have a crash. And why I'm saying crash is because, like I said, on Mondays, when it usually happens, if we do get a little wick back above here, you can see how fast these crashes come, right? The rallies look fast and huge. Let's look at this one. Let's see how far that went, right? We go from this low here, not even the bottom low, but this low here, all the way up to up here, 41%. Not really going to go by the percentage. I want to go by the price action. It takes a lot less money to move it down here than it did up here. So this was actually a way more powerful rally. But it's from 34,185 all the way up to 48. So that was a $14,000 pump, but look how quick it disappeared. Same thing I think we're going to see here, guys. I think this is going to crash, and it's going to crash hard. Be careful. I did enter some more shorts. When was that? Was it Friday or Saturday? I did get stopped out. I am probably going to enter a lot more if we don't break this. I'll probably wait till tomorrow to enter my shorts. I may start laddering in today. Not sure yet. I got to go plow snow after this to clear my driveways and go over to the property and clear that road so the builders can get in. But so I will be busy the rest of the day, but I'm looking to probably enter some more shorts here, guys. Of course, use stop losses if you are entering, but there is our invalidation point, the 55 EMA. Let's look at the monthly real quick. And the same thing. Where did we get stopped here on the monthly? Our 55 EMA is our resistance on the monthly, and that is right around 23.4. Is that it? Right in that, yeah, around 23.4. We are getting rejected there. Now our 8 EMA lies at 22.6. Close the monthly below there, and it's bad news for Bitcoin. And we still have, I don't know what, another week before, a little over a week before the monthly. But same thing here, guys. If we zoom in, I just wanted to show you all these hidden bearish divergences, even on the bigger time frames, because we are in a macro downtrend still. As you can see, lower highs in the price action, higher highs in the RSI. Although the monthly hasn't closed yet, it's looking like it's going to be bad news for the bulls, in my opinion. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Tomorrow morning's video we'll go over the Dow, the DXY, and everything else. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, smash those thumbs up, leave your comments down below. Also, look at all the bad comments down below. That does explain that we are nearing the top of this bear market rally bull trap. Happens every time. We've seen it at 48,000 up here. Same thing that we're seeing right now. We also seen it all the way up here at the tops, right? So be careful out there, guys. Trade safe. Use your stops. Anyways, make sure you check out these videos. This is the Prime XBT tutorial and the video from December 2nd, 2021, where I made this call that is still happening, still playing out now. As long as we're below that 55 EMA on the weekly, nothing has changed, guys. Take it easy. I'm out.